Yeah, good morning, guys. Sorry, good evening. Am I audible, guys?
Yeah, good evening, Mr.
Yeah, thank you. 1 second. Okay, what we discussed in last one, I think I'm opening this one. Okay, so we completed so many operations. 1 second. Okay, okay. I think we need to open this secret. Okay.
Smiling because you didn't think you were winning. Keep doing it. Flushy, you think I'm funny?
Please go on mute, guys. Somebody watching the movie. Think read database, right? Our example. Yeah. So here, one more thing. I will show you one important one. Can anybody know how to generating the auto-generated keys? Auto-generated key. What is the meaning of auto-generated key? No? Let me explain one simple task. Select star from employee. Now you can see what is the meant by auto-generated key means. So this is the table what we created earlier, right? So for example, if you're not giving any value to this employee ID, this number is automatically inserted, right? Hello, you guys are seen this one?
Yes.
Yeah. So the what is the issue here? You can see, for example, I'm trying to inserting the new row. There is a second kind of command I'm writing. You can see insert. Otherwise, I can write down insert into. So here the second kind of index, you can see I'm mentioning the whatever the key names I want, employee name and a job and the salary, and the last one is the phone number, values of. So what is your employee name? For example, my employee name is XYZ, and job is the dev. The next one is the salary is 5656 something, and the phone number is 123 789 something. Okay. So this is the command I'm going to insert it. I think we are missing one important thing. What is the one?
Table name.
Yes, employee. Okay, now we can see. Let's see what happens. So my command is successfully executed. Now try to execute select star from employee. Let's see. You can see what is the last value. You can see this is the value you are inserted. You can closely observe it. You are not entering any value for this employee ID. But at the time of table creation, this employee ID, I made it as auto increment. So what is the meaning of auto incremented? It means this value is automatically incremented its previous value. The previous value is 109, then it is next value immediately is 110. So these are we generally with these kind of keys we can call it as auto generated keys. Okay, so here the one of the interview question also. So inside of the table there are auto generated keys are there. Then how we can handle these auto generated keys inside of your mule while inserting the data, right? You guys are understand my problem?
Yes, but how
Yeah.
to enable that one? Auto-generated keys?
So at the time of creation, we need to write it. For example, different syntaxes are there. If you are using this automated generated T, I can create one more table, then you can see.
Okay.
And 1 second. Table, create a table. Uh, 1 second. Yeah. So this is the table name, right? For example, I am giving sales. Okay. I am using the sales ID should be a auto-generated one in my example. Sales ID. Okay, I can zoom it, then you guys are easy to understand. You can see this is my column name, sales ID, and its integer, type is integer. Then you can see by default, the primary key is nothing but the, there is no, it is not allowing the any duplicate values, but you can see there is a one field is there. What is this one? AI is nothing but the auto incremental.
Okay.
Okay. So you can simply click on this one, then you can apply this one. That's it. So everything it is automatically created. This is the MySQL GUI. So same thing is also available inside of your Oracle or SQL Server also. So auto incremented field means depending on its previous value, it is automatically incremented. That is the auto incremented. Okay. So I'm not going to create here. Don't save it. So here is what is my table name. So my table name is the employee, and inside of employee ID is a auto generated key. So what is my requirement while inserting the data inside of this table? So let's see if there is any auto incremented field is there, then how we can able to handle that one. Okay, let me open that flow. So where it is, there is a insert command is there. Yeah. So where we return that insert, read data it is, and otherwise we can create one more flow. Then it is very easy. The long back we are seeing this all the, maybe we can recollecting it. I can give auto increment example. Okay, HTTP listener. One second, I can stop this project. So what is the one? I can give the auto key. Then always should start with the logger. Flow started. Then, so here we need to implement the database insert, right? Then we can use the database insert. You can see we can take this normal insert. There is no specialty is there. Here I am defining the database config. So here we need to write your insert command, right? So what is your initial? So you can write insert, whatever the command you are written here. I am just copying here. This is the command. Just copy here. And what is the problem here? But instead of writing the values here, we need to map these values dynamically. So how we can map these values dynamically? Tell me. So we need to pass the input parameter. It is my
Folder
employee
name.
name. Otherwise, up to you. Name. The next one is the job. The next one is the salary. And the next one is the phone number. So here we need to map it. So in this example, we can read this data from my payload. Then I can give the name equal to payload dot name. Okay. The next one is it's a payload dot name or payload dot emp name. I think in the body section, I am passing some data, right? This is the one, no? Where we can pass this body. Okay. Name, okay. We are passing the same thing. The name, the next one is the job. Payload dot job. The next one is the salary. Payload dot salary. The next one is the phone number and payload dot phone number. Okay, so these are the one. Next, what is your requirement? You are just mapped the all the remaining fields except that auto generated key. So here is there any option is there to generate that auto generated key? No, right? Then where we need to go? Is there any option is not available? Then immediately we need to go to the immediately we need to check it the
Advanced.
advanced. Click on advanced, and now we can see is there any field that name you can see? What is this one?
Auto generated key.
So inside of your table, is there any auto generated keys are there or not?
Yes.
Yes, then we need to select as a true. Then, so what are the names of auto generated key? We need to define here. So you can simply select the edit inline. Then it is asking you, you can see, it is asking for your auto generated key name. So simply click on place. What is your auto generated key name? Employee ID, right? Then we need to map that name here, employee ID. That's it. Okay. So auto generated column names, you can see column names. I'm just, okay, sorry. No. Here we need to map it 1 second. Yeah. So auto generated key names we need to map here, not indexes. So what is this one? Employee ID. Then click on finish. Then come here. So is there any output variables? Nothing is there, just leave it. Okay. So now we are inserting the data like this one. Then, so I want to prepare some response, right? Now we can see I'm using the transformation. So previously how we are generating the response, simply creating the JSON and so you are giving the status something 201 and message. What is the one? Data inserted. But here additionally, I want to give some response that is auto generated key value. Okay. Then auto key value. So what is the value we are inserted or what is the value we are created? So how we can get this auto generated key value? So just go to this insert command. Let's see what is the output generated by this component. Just go to output. So click on this one. Then here you can see inside it is creating the output in the payload. So inside of the payload there are two things available. One is the affected rows. The second one is the.
Generated keys.
So what is the meaning of generated key? Inside of your table, you are mapped with one auto generated key. So we need to identify which key is generated automatically. So that value is automatically stored by this inside of this variable. Okay. So affected rows always indicates how many rows we are inserted. The generated keys, what are the values of auto generated keys? That is indicated here. This is one of your interview question. Okay. Just remember, then go here and I want to payload data
Generated keys.
generate key. Okay, let's say and save the program. Let's try to execute it. Let's check it. What is our endpoint? I think auto key. Okay, we need to go. Oh, let's check it. I think okay, let's check. Is there any one thing? Okay, base path we are given. No. Okay, we are giving the base path also. Okay, yeah. You guys are understand how we can map the auto generated keys from your side?
Yeah.
Yes, using metadata.
So yeah, no advanced.
Oh, sorry, I don't understand.
So this is the one of the interview question. Just remember, guys. And one more usage for this auto generated key I will show here. Maybe you guys are here that watermarking. Today we will see that one. Think okay. At the time of files also we hear this word, right? Watermarking. No. Newly updated files only we are picking. No. Yes. Okay. No, don't.
CSV.
Yeah. Newly updated. Okay. Then API slash
V1.
v1. Then we will. Okay. We are giving the tester something. Then first we will see what is the data inside of this one. Last number is 110. Just remember. Then we try to insert the data. Let's see. Okay, what is the one? Employee name is invalid identifier. Let's go and see. What is our insert command? I think table name is the name, not employee name. Okay, EMP name is there. EMP name, job, salary, and phone number. Okay. Insert into employee EMP name. Okay. What? 1 second, guys. What is the error we are getting? Invalid identifier. EMP name is there. EMP ID, EMP name, job, salary, and phone number all are same. Okay.
Do you need
Sir,
EMP name?
in input parameters, sir, you mention only name, payload dot
No,
name.
no, no,
Here we have to use EMP name as a column name.
no. These are the references, na?
Mhm.
Same we are whatever the value we are passing here, that should be mapped as EMP name. That is
Okay.
the meaning of this one. Okay. Let me check this one. Actually, that's not the one. EMP name, job, salary, and phone number, payload dot name, this payload. Okay, let's see. Try again one more time. Then. Invalid identifier. As many errors you are getting, that much of knowledge you are gaining. Okay, let's hit it. Now, why the same error is getting? 1 second, guys. Maybe this error is not coming from this table. Maybe other flows are also there, na? We can put a breakpoint. We don't know, right? One second. Database config and everything. Okay. Let's hit it this time. Is there any errors inside of the flow? No. Okay. The command is also executed here perfectly. Insert into employee and everything is correct. Employee name, job, salary, and phone number. That's it. We are right. Deployed, and we can hit it one more time. Let's inspect it. The logger, you can go to debug mode. Okay. Payload is there. Yes, payload.job, phone number, name, and salary. I think, yeah, everything is correct. Okay. EMP name, invalid identifier. Okay. 1 second, guys. Insert into employee values, EMP name, job, salary, and phone number.
Values.
Sorry?
Employee name, values we have also provided. Yeah.
No. You can see here providing it, no? Let me check this time. What is the first field?
Employee ID.
ID.
If you view that one, then it should be asking something. Let me. Okay, 1 second, guys. Let's try this one. 1 second. This time definitely it is throws an error. Same error it is throwing. Yeah, not enough values. Okay. Okay. 1 second, guys. Here. Okay. So this error also one of the important one. 1 second, I will show you. Okay, you can see what is the meaning of this error. Maybe this is also one use case. You can see what is this error.
Not enough values.
So what is the meaning of not enough values?
Input. We have not provided enough input.
Why am I showing this one means at the time of SP creation we need to pass some parameters. At that time also you are facing same kind of error because you are SP expecting the four parameters but you are passing 3 parameters. So in those situation also maybe you are seeing this kind of message. Okay, just remember. And now we are going to solve this one. 1 second. What is the first value? And EMP ID And let's try this one. Actually, here we generally we can skip it. It is automatically it is take. This time also we are getting the same error, I think. Okay. So,
Parameter employee ID was not bound for queries.
okay, yes.
But
Because
employee
the-
ID will be auto-generated, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, that's why we are writing the second syntax. Insert into employee. The first field is the employee name. The second one is the job.
Job.
And
Salary.
1 second, we will double check this one. Salary and phone number. Is there any spelling mistake we have done? Okay, employee name. We will try this one. Salary and phone number. Everything is correct. No, MP name invalid verifier. Oh, this is the weird one. EMP name is invalid identifier MP. EMP, we have done anything wrong? Okay, none. You can save this one and let's try it. Maybe that causes the issue. Okay, hit this time. No. Oh, 1 second, guys. So what database we are pointing? That should be first. We need to inspect it. Maybe this example works on the Oracle. We don't know, right? Yeah. You can see we try to implement this example in MySQL, but my connection is pointing to.
Oracle.
That's what we are not getting this one. Yeah. I think we have created the another example for this Oracle. Oh,
Here we can change the setting.
everything again we need to change it. Na? Otherwise, we will create one more thing. Okay. We can create it one more. MySQL connection. Host. Port number 3306. User is the root. And root. And the database is employee test connection. Okay, click on OK. Now this time perfectly works for us. Yeah, we can run the project. But both databases have the same table name. That's what, and that's where we are getting confusion. Okay. So you guys have any doubts? No one asking any single doubt here. Please ask some doubts. You guys are doing practice? Yes. Then we can hit this one. Okay, I think it is an executed one. No? Then you can see what is the previous value. It is a 110. Then what is the generated key? 111. For example, I am adding one more thing. Name should be, you can give Sam. Then we will send one more time. Now you can see.
112.
So this is the way we can able to get your inside of, is there any auto generated keys is there? So you can see this data is not generated by the mule side. This data is generated by database side and we are picking that value. This is the point you always remember. So for the any auto generated keys are there, so we no need to create anything here because we don't know what kind of value they are generating, auto generated. Okay, so from the database side it is generating whatever the key is generated, I am picking that one. Okay, this is the one of the typical interview question. So there is a functionality is there, we can able to map the auto generated keys. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Can
yeah.
you show us in short how to map?
okay, you
Once
can
again,
see
from-
1 second. So there is a insert is there. For the insert, we need to map the, is there any auto generated keys is there in this window? There is no option is there. So just remember the whatever the present window is there, you are not finding any option, then simply go to the left side. There is some multiple options are there. First, you can click on the advanced. So here you can able to see auto generated keys. By default, it is pointing to the false. Then we can change this to the true. And you can see there are two things available. Auto generated a column indexes is there. The second one is column
Column name.
names. So here we need to map the column names only. So you can simply select this edit inline. Then it is asking for simple window. You can click on plus and you can mention whatever the column name is auto generated. That's it.
Okay, only name,
Only name only. So we don't need to define anything else. Okay. So this is the way we can able to map it. Okay, this is the way we can able to map your auto generated key. And one more important thing is here you can see what is the specialty of this auto generated key is. You can see, for example, you may expect what is the next value. What is the next 112? Let's say where we can use this auto generated key. For example, employee IDs, sales IDs. Sales ID should be the next number of its previous value, right? So in those situations, we need to create these values auto generated. That is the one. And so one more important thing is where we can use these auto generated ways. So there is a one particular thing. But someone asks you the question like this one. So I want to retrieve the newly inserted columns from my database. When we execute the select command, what happens? When we execute the select command, what happens? It is automatically giving the all the values, right? Not newly inserted.
all
Yes.
the values.
Then, but what is your requirement? You need to display only newly inserted columns only. Then how we can able to pick that one? So they ask the question, I want to retrieve only new inserted column, new inserted rows from my table. Okay, so this is the question they're asking in the interview. So how we can able to answer this one? So I don't want to display all the rows. I want to display only the newly inserted one. Then how we can able to get that one? Tell me. Any ideas? First try it. How we can identify this row is newly inserted, this one is the old one, how we can get it?
How it's modified.
First, yeah, the first I can run the command like a select star from EMP and it will display the all the data, right?
Yes.
Let us example the employee table just like this one. It is containing the employee ID, the name and salary. Okay, my employee start with the 100 and XYZ 700. Okay, so this is the data. So my employee ID is a auto incremented one. Then what is our next value? What is our next
101.
value? 101. The next one is the PQR something. So what is your next value?
102.
102. So this is my XPQ and 900. Now, so just remember, so what is the functionality here? We need to map it. While we executing this command, it is automatically storing the whatever the last key is there. Whatever the last auto incremented key inside of your employee ID.
10.
So it is automatically stored inside of a one variable. Let us say auto some key. Okay. So it is stored inside of the value key. So what is your requirement? You need to pick the newly, right?
Yes, last
So
updated.
So how we can get this newly means, so after whatever the employee ID is greater than 102, those lines are automatically we can treat it as a new lines, right?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, that works.
You got the logic? But how
Yes.
it is possible? So if table contains
Auto generated.
auto generated key, now auto incremented key contains, it should be follow the sequence. For example, after 102 your value is 99, then entire logic is collapse. So whenever we need to pick the newly inserted columns, then your table must contain one auto incremented. The value should be the incremented version of your previous value. Then it is automatically storing that value inside of the value called key, and it is automatically every time it checks. So whatever the employee ID is there, it is greater than 102, then we can pick those values only. So this is the way we can able to creating one kind of mechanism. So here whatever the logic you are applying here, 102 is auto incremented, that technically we can call it as this entire thing. What is this one?
Working.
Watermarking. That means we are made it as a one mark here. When we reach to the 101, whatever the values above 101, 102, those values only I want to pick it. Okay, that means we are made it as a one mark here with the auto generated key. So by using that key value or by using that mark value, we can able to fetch the data right after 102, 103, 104, 105. Again, after executing of select command, whatever the highest value is there, it is automatically stored inside of this one. And when next time we are picking the values, when we run the select command, it is automatically picking after
104.
104. So this is the way we can make it, we can collect the newly inserted data. So by using which column, by using the which by using which procedure, we can able to pick the newly inserted
Watermarking.
watermarking columns. Okay, so this the same thing is also inside of the Salesforce. Also we can able to use the watermarking column not only in the database also. So there are different areas we are using the watermarking. So when somebody asks the question what is the watermarking, is nothing but watermarking is one kind of technique. We can able to track the whatever the newly inserted data by providing the one key. So we automatically we are storing the highest value inside of the key, and every time we are comparing that one, whatever the values are coming, it should be above the key, then only we can able to picking. That is the procedure, we can call it as a watermarking. At the interview point of view time, it is most important, guys. Just remember. Okay, so now we are how we can able to generate this auto watermarking. We will see it. Okay, so
Sir, yeah,
yeah.
before going to, can you go to workbench? Yeah, so I joined a bit late. So
Okay.
why in this table employee
Okay.
ID is a auto increment. So
Yes, yes. How to?
how to set that auto incremented value
You
for?
can see at the time of table creation, it is automatically asking. You can see here, I'm creating the table, I'm giving the
Yes.
sales. So
Sales.
after this one, so you can see in GUI, it is very easy. And second, sales ID, I'm giving. So there is a last field is there. You can see AI means auto incremented. You can simply select on this one. It is automatically auto incremented. If you're using the Oracle, that separate command is there. Okay, you can simply search it. It is a world one, right?
Okay,
Okay.
PK for primary key.
PK is when we selecting the auto increment, it is automatically converted to the PK not null.
Normal. Okay.
Not
Got
null. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So 1 second, I can close this one. Okay, now we come to here. So what is our requirement? We need to select the only newly insert, right? So then you can see first we need to run HTTP listener, and then so here I give watermark. Okay, and then we can use the logger.
Watermark.
Close start something. Then here, what is your requirement? You need to pick the select query, right? So what is your select query? Okay. Here we need to call the function database config one. Here you can see select star from employee, where, what is the one? What is the logic you need to write it?
Employee ID is greater than.
So before that one, is there any watermarking is something like, so before, let's check it, where it is available something.
Advance.
We need to store that maximum value, right? Let's check it. Is there any watermarking column is there? Now you can see. So just we can see without writing first, we will see the advanced option. You can see, is there any options are there? Input and output something. Query timeout something is not there, right? Then how we can get that one? How we can get this watermarking? For example, this is the situation you are getting. How we can able to solve it? For example, I'm telling so that option is not available here. Then where we can get this one? But I think somebody asked one question where we can get this mule everything, right? Someone is asking what is the best book for to follow the mule. You can see, for example, I'm searching on it for watermarking in mule 4. So you can see every time it is pointing to the official
Docs.
documentation only. Why I'm showing this one means maybe you are referring some interview questioning on internet. So where we can find that answer means there is only one place, this is official documentation. Inside of official documentation, everything it is available. You can see this is the one, they're defining everything. Okay, 1 second, we are setting the watermarking. You can see the flow name is watermarking retrieve, otherwise you are not getting this one. You can see LinkedIn. There are different ways available. You can see SFDC path. So why I'm showing all these things means at the time of interview preparation, these are very useful to you. You can see simple explanation. This number is auto incremented field. We can make it at that field as auto marking and everything. Okay. I think it is not for the mule application. It is a mule 3. Okay. We can go for the mule 4. 1 second. Yeah. So different ways are there. Okay. Scheduler, different kinds of possibilities are there. Okay. Now here, what is your requirement? You need to store it, right? So here, just remember what is your requirement. We can come back to our main requirement. Whenever we have inserted the new row, then only we need to trigger it, right?
Yes.
That means you need to trigger your job automatically, or you need to trigger job manually.
Automatically.
Right, but you can see what is your trigger point you are using.
It's HTTP.
So for HTTP listener, is it triggered automatically or it is triggered manually?
Manually.
That means we no need to place this triggering point here, right?
Hmm.
You got it? Then we need to remove it. Then what component here we need to place it? The same thing, you can go for the database. You can see now, you can observe it. There is one more important thing is there. What is this one?
On table row.
So this on table row, you can see I'm trying to place here. It is sits here. That means, so maybe on new or updated file component is there. That is similar to on table row. Whenever we are inserted the new row, then automatically this entire triggering mechanism is executed. Okay. So we need to place which component?
On table row.
On table row here. Then we need to map here. You can closely observe here. You can see what is the table name. So what is the table name? It is automatically searching for you. Just wait for the metadata. So what is the table name? Employee. Now you can see there is one option you can able to see it.
Watermark column.
Watermark column.
So what is the watermarking column? So watermarking column should be a auto generated key, right? Then you can see employee ID, and ID column also we can set this one same field, employee ID. Okay, now you can see schedulings, you can see. So what is the time duration to check whether the table is inserted the new things or not? Okay, so every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds. So we need to set this one every 5 seconds. Okay, then that's it. We can save the program and okay, let's save it. So what is your requirement? Whatever the data it is returning, so we need to pick it, right? So pick it means we need to select the query, right? Otherwise, what is the one? Let us say we can place the transformation and we try to print it the payload, and let's check it. What is the value it is returning? Okay, 1 second. I don't know what the value it is returning. Let's check this one. How we can able to inspect the payload of this complete one? Output here, payload is object. You can see this is returning the entire data. Okay,
Yes.
let's save it. Okay, it's already running. We can stop the program and rerun it. Now you got it. Which component I need to place here?
On table row.
On table row. So what is the meaning of on table row? Is there any new record is inserted, then automatically this entire flow is executed. Okay, so by default it is there. What is this one?
Watermark column.
Watermarking column.
Srinath, I have
Yeah.
one query. So why you remove this listener, HTTP listener?
Why? Because you can see this auto. What is your intention? Whenever you are inserting the new rows,
Yes.
right? Then only you need to trigger your action.
Yeah.
That means your job is a manual one. It is automated one.
It's automated one.
Then when we using the HTTP listener, every time we need to trigger it, right?
Yeah.
So instead of that one, the database, they're providing one component that is on table row, just like your scheduler, just like your on new or updated file is there. The same thing. Whenever we are inserting the new row inside of the table, automatically this entire flow is triggered.
Okay.
That's the why. Okay. So by
Okay.
default, this component is comes with the your
Watermark column.
watermarking. Otherwise, there are some other ways are there. We can use the object store, and after completion of the data view, I will explain there. Okay, there is one more thing is there. I will show you after data view only. We need to write some program. Okay, but as of now, first we will see this one. Now you can see it is every 5 seconds. It is keep on checking whether is there any new record is there or not. Let me
Yes.
insert one new record. I think this is the flow is there. I am inserting. Let's check it. You can see 1 second. After inserting the data, 1 second. Your payload is not there. Okay, 1 second, guys. I think we need to display the payload. Then only we can able to identify it. No. 1 second. I'm placing the logger. Then you guys are able to see what is the newly inserted rows. These are all the warnings. Don't worry. This is not the one. SSL certificate. Okay. Now we try to insert the new thing. There is nothing is there. Just wait for the 5 seconds. You can see nothing is displayed. Then we are inserted the new thing. Then come here.
114.
Just wait for 5 seconds. Now you can see which one I am getting.
114.
1115, right? 114, right? So not picking the previous one. Let's say, for example, I am setting one more thing. This is the 115. Let's go and see. You can see newly inserted one only I am coming. Is there any previous one is coming?
No.
No, that's the one. This is the way we can able to map your watermarking columns by using this component. This is the one way. There is other way is there. I will show later that one. Okay.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So this is the one. I think we completed most all of the things, bulk insert and query single select and everything. The remaining thing one is in the real time generally we need to use the stored procedure only. What is the stored procedure? Can anyone tell me what is the stored procedure? The stored procedure is nothing but we can see generally we can run the command single by right select star from EMP or select something. So at a time we can able to execute only one single query. But in PL SQL, how we can write the multiple SQL commands as a programming part, that one we need to create a procedure. Okay, the procedure is nothing but you can see a group of SQL command just like the functions or anything. The programming part of SQL side we can call it as a stored procedure. Okay, so the stored procedure always comes like this one. This is the example for the database. Okay, that means when we executing this one automatically, whatever the columns, whatever the commands here are written more than one, then automatically that group of commands are executed. Okay, so where we can use, for example, there is a use case is there. So I want to update employee information depending on the salary or depending on the job, and you want aggregated. Everything is I want to perform that database side. So as a mule developer, we don't have the permission to write that kind of complex structures there. So other data team is already there. The data team is creating one stored procedure and they give the name to you, and we can simply execute the stored procedure. That is the thing happened in the real world. Okay, so what is your duty is, so first you need to have the basic knowledge of what is a stored procedure. So just remember, every stored procedure comes with the three kind of parameters. First one is the in parameter, the second one is the out parameter, third one is the in out parameter. So in parameter is nothing but we need to pass some values to the stored procedure. Let us assume here the stored procedure is nothing but the function. We need to pass value to stored procedure, then that variable always in the data type of in type. Okay, your function is returning some value, then your data type should be a out. So you are passing value to the function, then we need to use which kind of variable?
In.
So your
In.
function is returning some value. So how we can catch that variable? By using which data type?
Out.
Out. So in out means both cases.
Both.
The same variable used to pass the value, the same variable used to catch the value. Okay, so you always remember only this first part. In parameter, what kind of parameter you are passing? In parameter or out parameter? That's the one. So you
In.
don't, so you don't worry about it. So it is not the duty of you creating the store proc. Already created the store proc. So you can just remember what is the store proc name here? What is the SP name here?
And
Point minimum.
So it is taking how many parameters?
3.
Three
Two.
parameter.
Two
Three
parameters.
parameter or two parameters? Just clarify one thing. It
Two
is taking
parameters.
three parameters and
three.
two is in parameters, one is
Out
Out
parameter.
parameter.
out parameter. That means whenever we need to call this function, this stored proc, we need to pass two values as a input and one value as a output.
Output.
Okay, so this is the way first we need to create the store proc, and so we need to call them here. Okay, for example, first I'm creating the one simple store proc, and let's try it. I think 1 second guys, I need to create a store proc here. We will see the simple store procs. I already created store proc for the SQL and I will show you. You can see this is the one of the store proc. I will show you 1 second. First, today we will see this one. Now you can see, just forget about this one. What is this there? So what is the procedure name I'm creating it?
Sample.
Sample.
Okay. So what is all those things? Just we will discuss later. You can see. So this is the store proc name. What is my store proc name? Sample, and it is taking any parameter?
No.
No, right? So, but you can see when we executing this command, right? What is this command? Select star from employee. That means whenever I'm calling this store proc, it is automatically executing this command and it is returning some data. Okay, so this is the way we can able to call your store proc. For example, you can see I'm calling the store proc. Let's see what is the output. You can see. Let us assume here they are executing some command. So select star from employee. Otherwise, so after this command, they are executing this command. Insert into what is this one? Employee. Okay, they are executing some sequence of commands. So all should be executed as one function. Okay, so generally after select they are not using insert. So depending on the condition they are executing something, right? So this is the way they're creating the stored proc for you. And what is your requirement? What is the name of stored procs is there, and what is the parameter they are passing? That's the one you need to remember. So what is your requirement? We need to call the stored proc from your mule side. Okay, let's go and see. So today we will see the simple store proc, and tomorrow we will see with the in parameter, out parameter, and everything. Okay, store proc is nothing but the sequence of SQL commands. Inside of that one we need to call it. In the real time we need to call the store proc only. Okay, we can stop this project, and so instead of this one I'm deleting this one. I'm calling the store proc only. Let's create one store proc. HTTP listener. can call it as SP call. Always we can put the log. SP call. Then here, which operation we need to pass it? Database, which one I need to select here to call the stored procedure? Stored procedure, I am placing here. Then what is the database? I am working on the MySQL, then we need to call it. So here, how you can call the stored proc? So by simple command, what is the name of this one? Call. So by using the name call, then here we need to call the stored proc. Otherwise, you are not familiar with this one. Maybe you are missing. So again, we can go for it. Always stored procedure in UL4. Let's say what is the official documentation is saying. So you can see what is the syntax. So the call after this one, whatever the stored proc is there any parameter it is taking, we need to map here. So this is the simple syntax. Okay. So the same thing we need to here. So we can give the stored proc. Then what is your requirement? So is there you need to pass the stored procedure name. So in this example, what is your stored procedure? What is your stored procedure? Sample. It is taking any parameter.
Nothing.
Though right, then we need to write here the sample. That's it. Sorry. Okay, it's optional. You if you want to place, if not, don't worry. Okay, then okay, it is creating some output now. So how we can get that output? The same thing.
Transform message.
We can put the transform, and whatever the data is coming, I can convert it as JSON and payload. Okay, let's save it. Let's run the program. Tomorrow we will check this one. If the stored procedure is failed, then what happens and something.
With parameter.
Yeah, first, okay. I'm passing one parameter. Let's see what happens and everything. So in the real time, 100% we need to call the stored procedures only. Okay, just remember guys. Even inserting the data, even deleting the data, we never perform these operations. Inserting something, right? Because we don't have the access permission to perform the write operation, all these things. So they're providing the stored procedure. So we need to call the stored procedure only. Okay. What is our endpoint? I think SP call, right?
Yes.
Then we can hit it. Now you can see this is the data coming from your stored procedure. Okay, so after executing the stored procedure, it is returning the data is in the form of object. So with the name of
Result set.
result set one, this contains all your data. Maybe you can go and see what is the last one.
Update.
So forget about this one. For example, you want to get the only this data only, then which one you need to display? I want to display only the data. Then how we can display only the data? Payload dot
result set one.
That's it. Okay, because your result set one are small letters or caps. Result set caps one. So depending on the different store procs, they are returning the different results. Just remember the guys. Okay.
But it is not returning entire payload, right? There are still few records missing.
No, what records are missing?
Yeah, 109, 115.
115. That's it.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay, it says executing. Then we can see. Now you can see your data is coming properly. That means after executing the SP, we need to inspect it. What is the data it is returning, and according to that one, we need to change it inside of your transformation message. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the real time, we need to call the SPs only. For example, here you can see I'm just passing some parameter. Let's see. Here I'm passing something. Let's see what is the error we are getting. Okay, this is the input parameter, right?
Yes.
In means input parameter.
Yes.
Right? You can see all in type parameters are we can able to map here. all out parameters we can able to map here. Got it? In and out parameters are mapped here. Observed it?
Yeah.
So this is the one. Okay. So let us say I'm passing some value. Let's say what is the error we are getting. That store proc is not picking any input parameters, but we try to map it. Let's see what is the error I am getting. I am giving something value. So error. Let's save and run the program. Okay, we will try to execute it. Okay, what is the one?
Expected 0 got one.
No. First, read out this one.
Increment number of arguments.
Incorrect number of argument. That means your store proc is not expecting any arguments, but you are passing. This is the one. The next one is maybe your store proc is expecting 3 arguments, but you are passing 2 arguments, or you are passing the 5 argument. Then in such situations, we are getting another one more error. Okay, so while we're calling the store proc, we need to inspect these errors also. Okay, so tomorrow I will show one more example with the in parameter, out parameter, and there we will discuss the thing. Okay, guys.
Yes.
That just today, just practice it. Just remember, it is not your duty creating a store proc. Just remember, you need to call the store proc. That's it. Okay, don't worry. So I don't know how to write the store proc. No problem. Okay, you need to expose the store proc only. Okay, tomorrow I will show one more store proc and we will call the things. Okay, so maximum tomorrow we will close this database sessions and we will start with the properties tomorrow. Yeah. So meanwhile,
Sir, we are still ending with query single, right? The last record.
the query single, okay, I'm okay.
Last time it was
Tomorrow,
showing
yeah,
us.
maybe it is picking the first one, right? We have said that one, this is pick last one. Okay, I will explain that one also tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all, guys. Practice. Yeah.
So in this example, 3 flows are there. Now, when we execute, when we run then which flow will run? All the 3 or last one?
The which one?
Three
There are
flows
two. There are 2 is there. But what is your trigger point? For example, you want to execute this one. What is your triggering mechanism? By using which component you are
HTTP.
triggered? HTTP, right? This
Right.
HTTP listener, what is your path?
Okay.
Yeah, you can see every time your HTTP listener is just like your triggering point. Each HTTP listener has each path. Okay. In the real time, generally, for the entire app, there is only one HTTP listener is there. At the time of RAML, you can understand everything. As of now, just remember, your HTTP listener is acts as your trigger point. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
I installed Oracle 19c, but in 19c, database didn't hit from HTTP, from Postman, we didn't hit the database. I don't know why.
What the error you are getting?
Did not.
Is it possible to share your screen?
I uninstalled 19c and they installed 11g. Tomorrow
No. Actually, the problem is maybe your DB connector is there. You are downloaded OJDBC 14.jar file is there, right?
OJDBC, I downloaded OJDBC.
That's the problem. You can see the depending on the Oracle version, your dependency may change. Okay, while we configuring first, you can test the connection. If the test connection is successful, then you can get the data.
It shows connection test connection successful, but but from Postman when we hit the endpoint, it did not send the response.
What response you are getting? 500?
It says.
Okay, no problem. Tomorrow you can at the time during the class you can share your screen. We will test.
Yeah, I reinstalled and shared my screen.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Don't uninstall anything. First, we will check it. If it is, maybe it will help. Okay. So many problems, sir. No problem. As many problems you are solved, then you have to jump off this one, right? Well, we are onboarding the project. Okay. Don't stop any errors or don't close that errors. We can come with those errors and we can solve it on the class. then maybe you can get the knowledge, others also get the knowledge. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Any others? Any other doubts? No, then we can close the session here. Thank you, guys.